Welcome to another edition of Bullseye. Nice to see you all here. We've got a superb studio audience in here tonight, all raring to go and ready to laugh at my hilarious jokes. But I do have to tell you this, there's a nasty rumour going around the business and around the country and the nation at large that the laughter in this show is canned. Well, it's not. The audience is, but the laughter is not. If they hear anything at all funny, they laugh, I promise you, and that's how it is. Let's get on with the show. Anyway, now, what do you think of the suit? Let's play Bullseye. Nice warm round of applause. Oh, what a rotten lot. Nice to see you, boys. Welcome to the show. You're both from Bristol, Kevin Geary, and you're a county darts player, Kev.
Ex-county darts player.
Your dad was a good darts player, wasn't he?
Yeah, very good.
In fact, he went to Denmark, and was he the first professional to win in Denmark?
Yeah, 1974.
74, crikey. What's your job, Kev?
Refuge loader.
Refuge loader. Refuse loader.
Yeah.
We used to call them dustbin men. It's
polite title.
Oh, is it a polite title? Because down in Bristol, you know all about how to get it straight in one anyway, don't you? It's an easy. You can chuck it in whenever you want anyway. That job, can't you? Now, Chris, you're groaning again at my jokes. It's lovely to see boys in from Bristol. I had some smashing nights in Bristol. So, Chris, you work with Kev.
That's right. Yeah.
Same job. What did you do before that?
I was in the army.
In the army, and I mean, you've got really quite a fascinating story to tell because. You were a guard and you guarded Rudolf Hess, didn't you?
That's quite right, yes.
No, it's amazing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, there was a company of us who used to guard just...
How many men was that guarding him?
About 200.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Just for the one man. But that was as much for his protection, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you ever meet the guy?
Yes, quite.
You have a lovely story to tell when he came. Can you tell us that story?
Yes, we were sat in the guard room one night and this chap came round and I saw him looking at the guns. They're all loaded, of course.
Yeah.
And he said, a bit different to when I was in the war, he said. And, of course, we suddenly saw it was...
It was Hess?
Yeah.
And he picked the gun up?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, crikey. Blimey, that's it. You've gone quiet there, haven't you? How long were you out there?
4 years.
You did 4 years actually out there.
Yeah.
But you did various jobs as well as that. That was one of the jobs you did.
Yeah.
Great. We hope you do well tonight. That was a lovely story. They'll love that at home, really. They will. Well done. See you in a minute. Give them a nice round of applause. Okay. How are you? All right, then. Now then. All Shropshire boys. Shropshire boys.
Yep.
John Yeoman.
That's right.
Yeah, I like a lad who soldiers on. Now, I thought that was all right, that Yeoman, isn't it? You're a county dance player as well.
Yeah.
This is interesting. It's what's amazing to you at home, and you're probably clocking this. We're getting a lot of county dance players actually on the programme now, which is marvellous. Who do you play for?
Shropshire County A.
Shropshire County A. And which pub do you play for?
The Plume and Feathers.
Plume of Feathers in
Newport.
In Newport, yeah, in Newport. Well, you'd be tickled to death playing for them. Now, Eddie Austin. Drive yourself to the limit, I'll bet, don't you? Eh? I don't know why I bother with that. Oh, that was good with Austin, with the car, and... See, Joan's laughing. Joan understands it. She's the only one in the room who understands it. You're a county dance player as well, aren't you?
That's right, Jim, yes.
Now, we do put the pressure on you a little bit because all the viewers at home and all the lads who play in the pubs now know we've got at least 3 dart players, so they'll be looking tonight for a lot of money to go, won't they? So you put the pressure on yourselves a bit by admitting to that, don't you?
We do a bit.
Yeah,
yes.
you do, absolutely. What's your hobby?
Well, amongst other things, I love doing jigsaws.
Do you? I mean, what's the little ones?
Well, the bigger the better.
Really?
The bigger the better.
The massive, really massive one?
Yeah, 3,000's the biggest one I've done.
Is it really? Anything annoys you?
Well, if there's one piece missing.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing worse than...
Nothing worse than one piece missing. And have you ever thought about this at home? It's always the last piece. We hope you do well tonight for us, Eddie. Give him a round of applause. A fine lad from Shropshire. Hey, Steve. How are you? Hey, John. You're from Bradford, and it's mother-in-law and son-in-law, mother-in-law, isn't it? You're smashing. It's brilliant there, John. You're smashing outfit, that. You're Steve Kirk, and your nickname?
Captain.
Captain. Oh. Can you tell us what series that was? Right, Starship Enterprise, wasn't it? That's right, with the fellow with the pointed ears, that's right. Well, you're better than being Mr. Spock, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you're a bus driver. Drive bus.
Yeah.
What sort of music do you like?
Oh, middle of the road.
think I followed you in tonight. Now, listen, this is interesting because you get mistaken for Bob Carroll G's, don't you? Can you see that at home? Can you see it? Yeah. Because we had Bob on the Christmas show with his dog. I mean, how do you get mistaken for him with the dog?
No idea, Jim.
He don't really do it, does he? Your hobby is miniature bottles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen to this, you'll love this. How many of these little miniatures have you got?
About 250.
Yeah, they're lovely things to collect, aren't they, the little miniatures? You know, to look at and enjoy, aren't they? Where do you keep them?
Up in the loft.
In the loft. Never looks at them. Why do you keep...
take them out and polish them.
Why do you keep them up there?
For when mother-in-law comes babysitting.
Keep them away from the mother. Oh, dear. Now, Joan, you're from Bradford as well.
True.
And you work in an office.
That's right.
What do you do in the office, Joan?
Everything.
Really?
Wages, invoicing,
Typing,
typing, anything that's required.
Just a little bit of a clever dick, really, in the office. Do everything. Good girl. Before that, what did you do, Joan?
I worked 19 years at Initial Services.
Initial Services? Oh, you know that firm, don't you? You throw the towel in then?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right, absolutely. Hobbies?
Many. Dominoes.
You like your dominoes, don't you? Yeah, we play dominoes in our pub at home, the Dragon's Head. We've got a new landlord, he can't understand dominoes. When anybody says they can't go, he takes them a glass of Guinness. Go on, Joe, have a good night. We'll just see you in a minute. Go on, good girl, well done. Yes, no problem. All right, once again, 6 smashing contestants there, haven't we? They've got Bully's category board. And remember tonight, you've been watching the programmes over the last few weeks. They've been winning some money in this first part of the game, which we're delighted about, of course. It just means that the dart player's got to do what the partner tells them and hit the subject and get some bonus points, as well as the questions being correctly answered. Here we go, then. There are the contestants waiting to play the game. Chris, choose a subject for Kevin.
Faces, please, Jim.
Faces. Come on, Kev. Faces. £50. For another £30, Chris. Look at your monitors, all of you, but you tell me if you can, Chris, who is this?
John Cleese.
It's right. Well done. £30 you got. We move on. Eddie for John.
Sport, please, Jim.
Sport we'd like. Come on, John. Sport we'd like. That's what we like to see. £50. Another 30 for you, Eddie, if you can tell me. Oh, now then, listen to this one. Who was beaten by Martina Navratilova in the 1987 finals of the Wimbledon women's singles?
Steffi Graf.
Yes, good. That very talented German lady. Excellent. You're going well. Come on, Joan.
Spelling, please, Jim.
All right, my love. Spelling. Steve. No, it's gone into Britain. So sadly, there's no bonus. But for £30, Joan, can you tell me this? The figure of Britannia appeared on the old penny. On which coin does she now appear?
The 50p.
The 50 pence is right. How's that for inflation? Good girl, £30. We've got £80 for Chris and Kevin, same for Eddie and John, and Joan and Steve with £30. OK, let's carry on. Early days yet, so don't worry at all yet. Very early days. £50 a question now. We've got left the subjects that are lit. Spread about a bit, there they are. Chris, choose a subject for Kevin.
Affairs, please, Jim.
Affairs we'd like, Kev. £50. For another £50, Chris, this is a newsreel clip. Have a look at this. All of you. OK, Chris, listen to the question. In January 1987, this BBC journalist became the subject of police enquiries after he'd made a film about a rather sensitive subject. What was the film about?
I don't know, Jim.
No idea, and neither do any of your opponents. Amazing. Not all that easy. I thought it was quite difficult. How did you feel at home about that one? Well, I'll tell you. It was the British spy satellite Zircon. Right, did it mean a lot to you, that, eventually? Not a lot? Never mind. Go on, Eddie, for John.
Showbiz, please.
Showbiz we'd like. £50. You really are playing well, boys. Eddie, for £50. When Evita first opened, David Essex played the part of the political commentator on events. Which character did he play, Eddie?
Che Guevara.
Che Guevara. Well, that's fine. Well done. We move on. Joan for Steve.
Words, please, Jim.
Words we'd like. Words, Steve. Fine. £50. For another £50, Joan, if something is described as verdant, What colour is it, Joan?
Green.
Green is right. Gets you another £50. Gives us the scores at the end of that round. £130 for Chris and Kevin, £180 for Eddie and John, and Joan and Steve are back with £130. Well done. OK, now then. Got to lose a couple in the next round, all right. £100 a question. Look at what's left. And they are separated there by dead subjects. Places we've got: history, books and spelling. So, what do you think, Chris?
Places, please, Jim.
Places you'd like. The subject either side's gone, so let's see how he gets on with this. £50. Handled it very well. For another £100, Chris, on which group of islands is Mount Pleasant Airport? I'm looking for a light.
Falklands.
Is right. Was that a guess, Chris? Right, have a stab at it. Well done, £100 you get. Eddie for John.
Books, please.
Books we'd like, John. Building up a bit now, isn't it? Yes, £30. For another £100, Eddie, which British novelist's books include Our Man in Havana and The Honorary Consul?
Graham Greene.
Graham Greene is right. Rather tentative, but correct. Good man. £100 you've got. Now then, Joan.
Spelling, please, Jim.
Spelling we'd like. Oh, the pressure's really on now, isn't it? Take your time. It's there. £50 you've got. 180. If you get this right, you go to a playoff. Experiments are carried out in a laboratory. Please spell laboratory.
Laboratory.
I can offer it. Eddie, for £100.
Laboratory.
You missed the OR out, Joan, with that. I'll check it with Bully, I'm sure it's right. Laboratory. Well, it's another £100 for you, Eddie, there, bonus. You've done very well. It's £280 for Chris and Kevin. Eddie and John, £410. And on that last question, sadly, Joan and Steve have got to leave us with £180. Give them a round of applause. Thanks, Steve. You will never, ever spell laboratory wrong again, will you?
Nope.
We do know it's difficult, though. It's a long word as well, like that. You do it normally without any trouble. 100. There's another 100 in there. I'm going to take 20 out, which leaves 80 for you there. Take that with our compliments. Thanks for coming all the way from Bradford to see us both. You've been a delight. We've enjoyed your company all day. Thank you. Keep your eye on the game, won't you? You may well be back. Off you go. Give them a round of applause. That way, good. Get your bullies. Well done, Joe. I've forgotten. Right. You see that? I want my bully. It wouldn't go without a bully, and quite right. Let's get on with the game. Traditional match play dartboard now. We've got to say cheerio to another couple here because they play darts for 2 or 3 minutes, just 3 rounds, score as many points as they can win a fortune here if they get this right. Most important of all, it's who's got the most money at the end of this part of the round. Basically, we're saying, lads, Kevin and John, it's pounds for points. Kev, up to the hockey. Come and stand with me here, John. And I do believe it's 2 county dart players.
OK, Kevin.
Other, isn't it?
Treble 20. Treble 20. And 2140. Well done. Okay, John. It's 1. Treble 20. And 5. 66, so on 140, Jim. Kevin takes the first round.
Well, 140 you've got here, Chris. And bearing in mind the scores are 280 against 410, you really could do with this. So for £140, Chris, on a jury in an English law court, how many jurors must agree in order to secure a decision out of the 12?
10.
10 is right, which gives us, well, this is excellent, £420, playing 410. Back to Tony.
Right, Kevin, second round. 20. 20. And 5, 45. Bit easier, John. 45 to beat. 5. Another 5. And
And 20, 30, so Kevin takes the second round.
Chris can take you further away. Listen carefully to this. Which woman resigned as Prime Minister of Israel in 1974?
Golda Meir.
Golda Meir is right. Well done. Gives you the scores. Well, it's £465 playing 410, so it really is on the last round, Tony, isn't it?
Yes, as Jim says. All right, Kevin, final round. 5. 19. And that's the 3, so that's 27. For the scores. You know what you need, John? Oh, unlucky. 5. And 20, 25. So Kevin takes the final round. Unlucky.
£27 you can take, Chris, and it looks as though you're home and dry anyway. But for £27, in which month is St Swithin's Day?
April.
I can offer it to Eddie.
October.
It's not, it's July. There we are. So sadly, with 465 playing 410, we're losing our two lads, Eddie and John, but they're taking away over £400. Well done, there you go. In there. Marvellous to have you on the show. It's been brilliant. There are your tankards. Boys, you've given us a really good game. The viewers at home will be well pleased with your performance now, as you should be. You've got £410, you've got your bullies and your tankards, and a distinct possibility we may see you later. I'm going to count this out. It's over 400. It will take me 2 minutes. See you then. All of you at home, welcome back to part 2 of Bullseye, and welcome back to our two finalists tonight. You must be delighted.
Fantastic, Jim.
5 nights a week you play, don't you?
Yeah.
You've been put to the test tonight, haven't you?
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Chris, now?
A good wave to my
A
daughter.
quick wave to your daughters. We'll do it on 3 there. Go on, in you go and have a little wave.
Hello, Kirsty.
That's it. Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Nobody else you want to wave to?
No.
Quite happy with that. All right. We've got a gentleman tonight throwing for charity, bronze bully. He needs to beat 335 to actually pinch it at this stage. That's what Leighton Rees has got, if you remember. We've got a guy from over the water. Marvellous to have him with us. He's #1 in Northern Ireland. We've flown him in from Belfast to be with us tonight. We do hope the luck for the Irish is with him. Ireland's #1 as he throws for charity. Please welcome Ray Farrell.
OK, Ray, plenty of time. Best of luck. 20. Treble 20. And that's another treble 20, 140. Same again, Ray. 20. Treble 20. Another 20, 100. $240, Ray. Treble 20. 20. Another 20, that's 340. Ray, you've done it. Well done, son. Brilliant. Well done.
In here. In, boys. There. Hey. Oh, marvellous. Come in and share, Raymond. Welcome to Bullseye, sir. And there's a charity going to be delighted about that, aren't they? Where's it going, Chris?
It's going to the Bristol Children's Hospital.
And that's altogether £680. We doubled that. And I think you've pinched him at the moment with not many shows left, so he's yours at the moment to take back to Belfast. Well, you'll be well pleased with that, won't you?
Delighted.
Tell me something now. You told us when we were chatting earlier today. What makes a professional in Ireland?
He has to appear on Bullseye. It's the only thing there's recognised over there.
Honestly. Is that right? Absolutely marvellous. We're filled to bits for you there, sir. We really are. Thanks all of you in Belfast for watching the programme. We do know we're very popular over there. We're grateful to you for watching. And you must be delighted with your man here, just as we are down here in Birmingham. Thanks very much indeed. Pleasure to have you on the programme. Thanks very much indeed. All the best, John. How's that? Will that do for you? Well done, Northern Ireland. Marvellous. Now then, it's your turn now for your little charity, because it's Bully's Prize Board. Let's see what he's got hidden away for you tonight.
In 1.
Don't get upset if you take a tumble. This one's a tumble dryer.
In 2.
For those sunny days, a picnic hamper.
In 3.
Take the drudge out of driving with this car radio cassette.
In 4.
For the little ones, some furry friends in their own home.
In 5.
You'll pedal away the pounds on this exercise bike.
It's not a wheel bike. A wheel.
You can go off people, you know.
In 6.
Here's a tidy prize to win. It's a magazine rack.
In 7.
Just sit back and have a doze. Not you, Tony. Come on, in this attractive swing hammock.
In 8.
Here's a chilling surprise. It's a silver-plated wine cooler.
And Bully's special prize.
Craftsmanship in wood in this pine bureau cabinet. There you are. Right, lads. 9 darts. 9 prizes. Out of the black and in the red. Nothing in this game for 2 in the bed. The lights will tell you what you've won. All right, so when you've got a prize, for goodness sake, don't hit it again. Listen very carefully to Tony for your first 3 of your 6. Off you go. Stand with me.
OK, Kevin.
Best of luck now, Kev.
Once again, no rush. Just take your time. That's black. Black. That's the bullseye!
You're on your way. You're on your way. You're on your way. Your fine cabinet. That's your fine cabinet. That's beautiful.
OK, Chris. Red, number 6.
Excellent. That's the magazine rack.
Black. Black again. Still 3 to go, Kevin. Black. Red, number 1.
That's the tumble dryer.
And that's black.
Right.
Okay.
Let's have a look at what you've won. You've won the tumble dryer, the magazine rack, and Bully's special prize, the pine bureau and the cabinet. So you're all right. Now then, let's just discuss this first, lads. You've got £465. That's yours anyway. And your charity money is £680. We'll whip that off straight at the end of the programme down to Bristol for you. That's not a problem. It's these prizes. Would you like to gamble those prizes against tonight's star prize, which is hiding behind Bully? 101 or more with 6 darts. Chris 3 first, and then you, Kev. Now, you've got the time it takes the board to revolve to tell us what you'd like to do. So now talk about it. What do you think? Come on. Gamble.
Gamble, Jim.
Tell me, boys, now.
Gamble.
You're going to gamble. Chris, go first, and then Kevin. Come and stand with me. All the best. Take your time. All the time in the world.
Don't rush it, Chris. Just take your time. 101 or more. Tonight's star prize. That's 14, 16, and 8, which is 38. Right. 63 or more, Kevin, will take tonight's star prize. 3, 20, and treble 7. Oh, so near. Look at
Boys, I've got to show you. Have a look at what you would have won. Have a look at it. Boys, it's a Ford Fiesta. It's one of Bullseye's most popular prizes. Could have been yours tonight. You were right to have a crack at it, I think, bearing in mind what you've won. We're very disappointed for you, as are all the audience at home. I'm sure you've made a hit with all our friends at home. Thanks very much for playing the game with us tonight. Thanks for watching Bullseye. Thanks to Ray Farrell for his £680 for charity for the boys down in Bristol. Superb studio audience. Thanks for watching. You've been absolutely marvellous. You at home as well. Watch us next week. You can't beat a bit of bully. Bye.